Hey there, fellow explorers. There is so much enthusiasm about AI, and there are also ambitious plans across all sectors. Everyone in manufacturing is excited about AI, but relatively few are using AI to transform the way they work. MIT Technology Research, which surveyed executives at large manufacturers, shows some 35% have begun putting AI use cases in production, and 64% are still in research and experimentation stage. And their pace is gradual. From the research and experimentation stage, 75% of executives in the survey are saying the first deployments of AI will happen in 1 to 2 years or more. Here, blue are researching AI's potential. Yellows are experimenting potential use cases, and green have begun deploying use cases into production. Now look at this graph of AI development status by sector. In aerospace, 26% are researching, 44% are experimenting, and 30% have begun deploying AI use cases in production. In automotive, 21% are researching, 40% are experimenting, and 39% have begun deploying AI use cases in production. It is higher in electronics and high technology than other sectors. Now look at this AI development status by company size. In companies with annual revenue more than $10 billion, only 3% are researching, 20% are experimenting, and 77% have begun deploying. Is this shocking? Now look at next few graphs. In companies with annual revenue between $1 billion to $10 billion, 18% are researching, 44% are experimenting, and 38% have begun deploying AI use cases in production. Now look at this next two graphs. In companies with annual revenue between $500 million to $999 million, 62% are researching, 36% are experimenting, and only 2% have begun deploying cases into production. And finally, in companies with annual revenue between $100 million to $499 million, 43% are researching, 52% are experimenting, and only 4% have begun deploying. Did you notice something? Big players have begun deploying AI use cases into production, and small players are still behind. It's no surprise larger companies are more likely than smaller ones to be investing in AI and developing use cases. This gap is so big. Is this because smaller companies don't want to invest in AI? Well, it's not about spending. Smaller companies are also willing to spend. Then what's the matter? Let's see what's wrong with them. But first, we need to see the use cases of AI they are trying to implement. The AI use cases are most likely to have progressed through production involve product design. Conversational AI means chatbots and content creation. The most frequently cited projects at pilot stage are on quality control, knowledge management, equipment maintenance, and the automation of product documentation. And asset reliability is a common AI use case. These AI use cases are harder to skip. Look at this figure. According to respondents, these are the top use cases in pilot and production stage. But wait, what is a pilot stage? In case of those who don't know, pilot stage involves the creation and testing of a prototype or pilot version of the product. The goal is to validate the design, manufacturing process, and market feasibility before scaling up to full product. And production stage involves the full-scale manufacturing of the product. What gains do manufacturers seek from their investment? In engineering and design, returns are expected chiefly from greater speed, means reduced design cycle time, improved process efficiency, reduction of errors, failures through pinpointing machine defects or predicting failures, stronger security, and reduced cost. And you know what? The most valuable gains are expected from improved innovation by AI. Gunaranjan Shohri, the director of Symphony AI Industrial, says manufacturers find it easier to quantify returns in engineering and design than in the factory. This means that the gains are less quantifiable in factory operations. And it's time to see why companies are not scaling AI. As we saw benefits, it requires scaling AI beyond a small number of sites or areas of operation. Even committed AI adopters in the survey have so far struggled here. What are the biggest challenges your organization currently faces in scaling AI use cases, leading to relatively low deployment rates? Here comes the shortage of specialist skills and talent. In engineering and design, almost half of executives say there's a shortage of specialist skills in this field. And in factory operations, 47% of executives report a shortage of skilled workers. Shohri agrees talent scarcity is often a barrier to scaling AI, but says its severity depends on the use case. Pavandeep Kalra, CTO of Microsoft Cloud for Industry, believes generative AI will help ease the talent and skills shortages manufacturers are experiencing. He says some understanding of models is needed, but the skills required to use these are not at the level of data scientists or data engineers. The next challenge is the lack of computing power. Look at this graph. 44% of people working in engineering and design say that not having enough cloud computing is a big obstacle to growing their work. This lack of computing power can be a problem, especially when running large language models that help simulate factory operations. And design teams are increasingly using digital twins for simulations, which require a lot of computing power. While cloud providers can usually provide the needed power, not all manufacturing companies have access to these cloud-based resources. Another challenge is cost of maintaining and improving AI models. When it comes to AI, company size and resources matter. 38% of respondents say high cost of maintaining and improving AI models limit their scalability. According to 45% of survey respondents, technical debt is another hindrance to manufacturers, and it is a major issue. But what is technical debt? This is when a company's technology systems become inefficient and hard to manage because they have been built up with quick fixes and outdated parts. According to McKinsey, technical debt can account for up to 40% of the company's total technology resources, hindering efficiency and integration. In AI, technical debt can show up as undocumented algorithms, which means no clear records of how the algorithms work. This makes it hard to find and fix coding errors and reduces transparency in the decisions made by the AI models. Some of the toughest challenges manufacturers face in scaling AI involve data. In engineering and design, 43% of respondents highlight problems with data quality. In factory, 42% point to weakness in data governance. Manufacturing generates huge amounts of data, more than any other industry, but that data must be suitable for AI. Fewer than 25% of survey respondents say all or most of their data is useful for AI models. The bigger the manufacturers, the greater the problem of unsuitable data is. Shohri says, this is the case at older facilities and those where numerous machine sensors are broken. In efforts to improve the volume of data, 57% of manufacturers are looking to increase machine connectivity, and 65% says they are using AI with Internet of Things to gather better data. This is a serious problem. Data issues, if not rectified, will likely limit the returns on these investments. Therefore, manufacturers need to have the right data foundations. You might think what tough challenges this industry is facing. See this graph. Data quality is not the only data problem. In solution to this data problems, modernization and simplification are vital. Vital in case manufacturers are to scale AI use cases across design, engineering, production, supply chain, and other enterprise functions. But what is data modernization exactly? Data modernization is the process of updating an organization's data management practices and infrastructure to improve data quality, integration, and accessibility, often by adopting modern technologies like cloud storage, advanced analytics, and AI, while ensuring compliance and security. Chief AI Officer at Schneider Electric, Philippe Rambach, benefited from the fact that the company had embarked on a major data modernization 5 years earlier. Now they already have a data lake. 61% of the manufacturers that have begun deploying say governance is a major data challenge compared to 40% still researching and 37% in research stage. But what is data governance? Data governance is the framework of policies, process, and standards that ensures the effective and secure management of an organization's data. It involves defining responsibilities, ensuring data quality, maintaining data privacy, and ensuring compliance with regulations to support reliable and efficient use of data across the organization. Manufacturing also need to see kinds of data like inspection logs and maintenance reports as valuable for AI, not just sensor data. And finally, we have some lessons these manufacturers should take to heart as they start exploring AI's potential. These lessons are directly from MIT Technology Review Insights. These also apply to organizations in any industry. Some may seem self-evident, but the experts assure us that even mature AI adopters sometimes lose sight of these as they develop more and more use cases. The first is start by the business need. Identify the business problem or challenge before considering technology solutions like AI. Focusing on the actual business need ensures ideas are impactful. Embrace structure flexibility. Develop AI use cases by integrating AI experts with data science, engineering teams, business product owners, and IT. This collaboration increases the chances of successful AI deployment. Get the data on order. Ensure the organization collects, stores, and processes data effectively. Improve data maturity by unifying data repositories and focusing on data quality. But perfection isn't necessary to start. Use of AI to develop skills. Utilize AI to build skills within the workforce. Generative AI can help non-IT staff work with models and improve problem-solving skills among production staff. With the arrival of AI, many jobs got destroyed, but it also created new jobs. In the next video, we will see what jobs will thrive, and which jobs and skills you should consider, and how to make your current job future-proof. In the next video, it will be so much fun to see the future. And if you like the video, share with your friends and subscribe to the Quantum Startup to get such insights in the future.